Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesusjunkjournals, and I am back today. So I am not done inking because, that goes on for a while. So I'm still inking my pages, but I thought I would go ahead and do a couple of the things from the add-on kit that are going to go in the journal just for fun. So I'm going to take, this is on page 13. I'm going to cut these little cards out and show you how those go. So I hope everybody's having a good day today, having fun in your craft room. This is page 15. So I'm going to do these envelopes. And so while I'm cutting these out, so is everybody hopefully working on a fun journal of some sort, even if you're not doing this particular one. And if you hear any snorting going on, that's my Boston Terrier. I tried to block the door, but with these dogs, it's like a chess game. You do one thing to stop them and they work around that, and you come up with something else, they work around that. So my little dog can squeeze in. I've got a gate, like a baby gate down at the bottom of the steps, but he's small enough he can squeeze in between the bars. So he manages to get up here. And the Boston Terrier usually does not make it through that if I have it shut right. Who knows what went wrong. Even my German Shepherd, he'll find a way to push through. So I shut the baby gate, then I hang a blanket over it. And because the German Shepherd had learned how to open it, so he's kind of, sometimes if I don't get it right, he'll still manage to finagle it and get in. So these two items are, I'm going to use my scoring board. And I went for 3 years, I think, without a scoreboard. I'm always a little skeptical when they come up with these different art supplies. I'm like, do I really need that? And I didn't think I did. I thought, oh, that's just a waste. So I would just score it with a back of an X-Acto knife, which if you watch my old videos, you'll see me do that. And that's fine, you can do that. But one fine day last year, I decided, well, I'll go ahead and get a scoreboard. Just see if it makes any difference. And boy, it really does. For me anyway, I have to say, I think that was a good thing to get. All these things that need folding, it makes it so much easier. And the fold ends up being a lot prettier and flatter and nicer. So I'm voting for that. I'm voting for that item now. I am voting for the scoreboard. That's one thing we're going to need today. And we will need ink to ink the edges, of course, and some glue to shut these envelopes when we get them cut out. And if you like these little envelopes, I mean, this kind of goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. If you like them, all you have to do is draw around this shape, and you can pretty much make your own envelopes. You can figure out where the fold lines are really easily on these envelopes. So while you're at it, and I'm going to trim these off. I'll cut those out later. Get these cut out. So I haven't actually started on the Mark journal yet, but I'm thinking about it because I know after this one, that's the one I'll want to do next, of course. Matthew, Mark, and then Luke and John. I'm not sure if I'll do them all straight through in a consecutive order or not, but I would like to get at least Mark done. before I do something else. I think I mentioned I'm doing a class with 6 people, and junk journaling is not for the faint-hearted. And so what I wanted to do with this class is give these ladies an opportunity to try it using my supplies before they went out and bought a bunch of stuff and then found out they didn't like doing it. And so we've already had a couple people sort of drop out and realize that it's really not for them. And that's absolutely fine. That is what I wanted. But it just reminds me that it's really a, you know, specific taste thing that, you know, it's not for everybody. And that's okay. Some people just like to look at them, and some people like to get them. And that's cool, because then we can make them for them. One of the girls in the class made a big journal and gave it to her friend, and she just went nuts over it, cried and loved it. So that was actually, she did the War Room journal from my kids, and added a lot of stuff from her own stash that she had. And so it's fun. It's been fun to go back and look at that War Room journal kit, revisit it and think about it. I never really have time to go back and make those. Once I've made them, I need to move on to my next kit, I feel like, so I don't always get to do that. Okay, so let's see. Now I'm going to score it. So let me get my scoreboard. Okay. Scoring board, it says. And it's got the little scoring tool here. So I'm just going to score it right where that little notch is. I'm going to line those up and score it. And then I move it carefully. And I'm going to need an X-Acto knife. Did I bring one over here? No. I'll have to go grab an X-Acto knife to cut the little slit. Okay, so those, and then the envelope, you can do the flaps. I like to make envelopes. I think because they're easy, and I think they look cool when they're done, so it feels like you get something for your effort. Okay, so just fold it on your score lines. This is a coin envelope, and it glues up like that. But I'm going to ink it first, and then this little envelope. And this envelope particularly, I need to do some stenciling or something probably on the other side. Unless I don't like to have just a plain white flap on the inside. So I'll use my Tim Holtz Distress ink. Get that straight. Okay, I'm going to ink these really quick. That was one thing that the ladies in the class are kind of shocked by, is how much inking there is. And you know, that's kind of one of the first things you do. It's not necessarily the most fun thing, and so I think they were not too excited about that part. But as we get them bound and start adding the pockets and things, I mean, to me, that's the fun part. And I think they're going to enjoy that part more. So that'll be good. I've got a good friend coming to visit from Kansas City. She's coming down today, one of my best friends. And she's also, her name is Ann Adams. She's the one that has done a lot of the hand lettering in the journal, in the kits for me. And she was a hand lettering artist with the social expression company that we both worked for in Kansas City. She was a hand lettering artist, and I suppose another word would be calligrapher, but she did a lot of different kinds of hand lettering, and it's just gorgeous. So she has also started to do junk journaling and loves it. And so we've been friends for, I think, over 20 years, and we just always have everything in common. We just love Jesus, we love artwork, just everything we've done. We love gardening. We've just done together, and just have so many common interests. And so it's always fun to have her come down. And you'll want to fold these and then do the folds. And the backs. Okay, now I'm going to go grab some distress ink and a stencil or two and an X-Acto knife, and I'll be right back. Okay, got my little cutting board that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to cut this line. Straight as I can. And then this just tucks into that little slit like that, keeps it shut. And then the other one, you can use a ruler if you really want to, if you feel more confident with a ruler. And now I'm gonna do a little bit, oh, I forgot to get stencils. Let me get stencils. Okay, so you think about what you want to do with these, and I'm thinking like write a little message here. So I'm just going to do something here, and let's see, purple will work here. So I'll get out my wilted violet distress ink and just put a little bit of texture on the top, and I might even do just a little bit here on the side and the bottom maybe, and that still leaves room for somebody to write something on there. Okay, and then this is I wanted to put something here so that when the envelope is shut, this will not be white, and I'm just going to use that same one, I think, because it'll be a nice contrast with the pattern that's on the envelope. Well, see if I went up far enough. Yes. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and I don't have my Bear glue handy, so I'm just going to use, I've been letting these ladies use Elmer's glue, and I'm just going to use Elmer's glue. I didn't really want to buy 6 bottles of art glitter glue for the class. As you can imagine, it's pretty expensive, so that would be bad. So I'm just having them use Elmer's glue. And that's handy, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so that's done. And where's my other one? Here it is. And so this is the, okay. And, okay, I'm going to use milled lavender. I don't use that one very often. Let's see what that looks like on here. Whoops. Let's see. Whoops. Some of these are pretty delicate. Yeah. That gives just a little bit of something. That's all I want. Okay, and then I can glue this up. Let's see. Yeah, that color works really well with that flower on there. And then glue this up on there. And that's done. Whoops. Well, is my Elmer's glue not going to work? I'm used to barely art glue or the glitter glue sticking immediately. Did that glue there? No, it didn't. All right, let me try that again. Well, now we know why we use our art glue. Sometimes it's hard to justify the price, but boy, when I see how Elmer's does, I can see the advantage. So I'm going to sit here and hold this for a second. So I think that I'm just going to stop with that today. Just a short video, and you can get those things done. And I'll come back next time and we'll work on some more things. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.